Hey y'all, so we are back with another verse of the day where I am just walking us through a couple of verses that the Lord has been encouraging me with lately. So the verse that we are talking through today is James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. And it reads, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." And I know when I have read this verse in times past, I was confused by the beginning part of that verse. Like, why am I counting it joy when I'm experiencing trials? Like, who wants to be happy when I'm experiencing trials and suffering? But as I continued reading the verse, just gaining a better understanding, we're not joyous over the trial itself. We're joyous over what the Lord is doing through the trial. So again, in verse 3, it says, "For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." And this verse, or these verses, always make me think about Romans 5, 3 through 5. And it says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us." So again, we see that there is a purpose for the suffering that we go through. There is a purpose for the trials that we go through. And I'm just even thinking about John 16:33, where it says, "In this world, we will have trouble. We will have suffering." In verse 2 of James chapter 1, it says, "When you meet trials of various kinds." So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But as it says in John 16:33, we can take heart because God has overcome the world. So we know that when we are going through these trials, we are going through these sufferings, that there is something that the Lord is trying to do in us and through us through this suffering. The Lord is trying to increase our steadfastness. He's trying to increase our endurance. He's trying to increase our character, build spiritual muscle, not just for us, but for others. So I just want to encourage you guys. Like I heard in church, they said that we want the promise, but not the process. And that thing just hit me, because a lot of times the process is uncomfortable, y'all. It's uncomfortable, but we can't get his promise without his process. And we can trust his process because we can trust him. So I just want to encourage you all today, if you are going through an uncomfortable season, a pruning season, a refining season, I just want to encourage you to keep going, to keep pressing, that there is something that the Lord is doing in you in this season. And it's not just going to be for your benefit, but it's going to be for the benefit of others. It's going to be an eternal benefit attached to that. So be encouraged, y'all.